G'day everyone, it's James Foligno here and I'm here to bring you another edition of the Gold Coast Property and Auction Sales Results. This week we'll be covering Monday the 18th of October up until the 24th of October. Like we do every week, we'll go through the clearance rates, then we'll go through some lower price properties and then we'll finish off with some higher price properties. I'm just going to share my screen for you guys just now. Here we go. And now look, these were the Brisbane and Queensland results for the week of the 18th. As you can see, Queensland still had a very strong clearance rate up at 89%. There has been a little bit of literature coming out in the media that potentially clearance rates are starting to drop. By looking at the figures, this does not look like the case. There's definitely a lot more auction volume happening right now. There potentially could be a couple more passed in, but as a percentage, the clearance rates are still right up there. So Queensland had 175 auction results available, of which 148 sold at auction, giving that clearance rate of 89%. We're going to move on now and we're going to have a look at some of these properties. So let me just show you these properties over here. Let me get to it. Okay, so this is the first one we're going to look at. This was at 3 Nandi Terrace in Pacific Pines. This was a 4-bed, 2-bath with 2-car home. Lovely double-story home, brick veneer, really well maintained on the inside, on a huge block of land, 796 square metres. And this one here in Pac Pines, this one sold for $780,000. So pretty good buying for someone wanting that substantial home on a large block of land. We're going to move along and we're going to have head to this one here. This was at 26 McCullough Drive in Nerang. This had a swimming pool. It was brick veneer, tile roof, 25 solar panels on it. As you can see, lovely on the inside. It was on a smaller block, 402 square metres, so low maintenance block, had space for 2 cars. And this one here sold $718,000. We're going to move a little bit inland. This is in a place called Lower Beachmont, which is probably 15 minutes to Nerang or about 30 minutes to the Gold Coast. This was on 728 square metres. This was a 3-bed, 1-bath, 2-car home. This one here was at 633 Beachmont Road, Lower Beachmont. And this one here sold for the price tag of $550,000. We're going to move to Arundel now, and we've got this lovely newish home. This was at 7 Zala Court in Arundel. This was on 738 square metres. It was a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home. As you can see, really well maintained and updated on the interior, renovated kitchen, renovated bathroom, new floors throughout. This one here, large block of land. This one sold $826,000. The next one we're going to move along to is this one here. This was at 22 Bellevue Parade in Labrador, quite close to the water. This was an auction property. As you can see, good sized block of land being 607 square metres. It was a 3-bed, 1-bath home, accommodation for 3 cars, reasonably close to the water. And this one here sold $765,000 and would have development potential in the future. We're going to move to a suburb called Molondina, and we've got this home here. This was at 42 Forest Avenue. This was on 696 square metres. This had a pool. It was a brick veneer and tile home, 3-bed, 1-bath, accommodation for 2 cars. As you can see, not very far at all from the skyline of the Gold Coast. And this one here in Molondina, again, lovely home, double garage, room for more cars. This one sold, price tag $702,000. Got a couple more to look at in the lower price bracket. We've got this one here. This was at 10 River Heights Road in Upper Coomera. This was a 4-bed, 2-bath with accommodation for a few cars out the front, 635 square metre block. As you can see, beautiful on the inside, ready to move into. Not too much to do to this home. It also did have a large shed to the rear of the property that was set up for a gym, as you can see. And this one here in Upper Coomera, great buying, $575,000. The last one in the lower price bracket is this one, and Holywell is the suburb, and this suburb doesn't really figure too much in the below 750 price bracket, but we found one. This was at 141 Paradise Parade in Holywell. This was a brick veneer, 3-bedroom home. This one here was on 516 square meters. This was at 141 Paradise Parade, and this home in Holywell, beach side of the main Oxley Drive. So again, great location. And this one here sold, great price, $720,000. Someone bought well there. Okay, we're going to move along. We're going to move a little bit up from Holywell. We've got this one here at Paradise Point. Sorry. The one that we had at Paradise Point, I've just closed it, but it was a townhouse, duplex. It was sold at $995,000. It was double story, didn't have a body corporate, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car, and that sold for just under $1 million. The next one we're going to look at is this one here on picture on screen. This was at 9,130 Peter Senior Drive in Hope Island. It's in a gated community, so there would be a body corporate attached. This was a lovely 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home. Has a lovely, its own private pool as well. And in this estate in Hope Island, so you can see the home there. You can see the pool location, huge home. This estate actually allows for foreign ownership. So again, there is a lot of interest in these places just because foreigners can buy in here. And this one here sold $930,000. We're going to move along to 70 Burradong Road, Kumbaba. So this is just a little bit inland from Paradise Point, same area, Northern Gold Coast. You've got this beautiful lakefront home, 721 square meters. It was a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home. This one here on the water sold $920,000. We head a little bit south now into the main centre area of the Gold Coast, and we're going to head to the suburb of Mermaid Beach. I was at this auction over a couple of weeks ago. This one here, 33 Seashell Avenue, Mermaid Beach. It was two bedroom, 1-bathroom duplexes on a 400 square metre block in need of renovation, older style. They were very close to the water, and this under the hammer sold $2.74 million. So each little 2-bedroom unrenovated duplex sold over $1.2 million each. Next one we move along to is this one here. This was 34 Bermuda Street, Broadbeach Waters. It was a waterfront home, and it was a cheaper waterfront home at that. This is the home there. As you can see, a lovely double-story large home. If we go to the site plan, you can see that the access to the water was quite narrow, so it didn't have a full frontage access, but it still did have access. And the other thing about this property was it was on Bermuda Street, which is sometimes a reasonably busy road. 647 square meters, 5-bed, 2-bath, 2-car home. This one sold at $1.3 million. Heading a bit further south, we're going to go to this home here in Mermaid Waters. This one's at 11 Jib Court. It was on 663 square meters. Best thing about being a court is it's local traffic only. It was 3-bed, 2-bath with 2-car accommodation. Good sized block of land. Very original home. Does need to be updated. Does need some works done to bring this back up to standard. And this home here sold $1.19 million. We'll move along to Burleigh Waters. We'll stay in Mermaid Waters, but we're going to move along to a renovated home, which is this one here. This was at 33 Lancelin Drive. The block was 861 square meters. As you can see, lovely corner block, not too far from the water. So you've got the water just there. It was a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car home. And it was a lovely renovation completed by a licensed builder. Sometimes you've got a lot of mum and dad investors or homeowners doing the reno, but when they actually bring someone in to do the reno, you can really see the difference in the finish. This had 28 solar panels, a solar pool, very eco design, really, really lovely home. This one here, $1.7 million. We move along and we're going to go to this one here. This was in Robina. This was at 40 Olympus Drive. Not too far from Bond University, so great rental potential, 623 square metre block, well-maintained home, 4-bed, 2-bath, accommodation for 4 cars. And this one here in Robina sold just over $1 million, and it sold for $1,068,000. The next one we're going to look at is this one. We're going to stay around Robina and we're in Varsity Lake, so not too far. We've got this corner block, lovely size corner block, 821 square meters, so could lend itself to development potential in the future. This was at 1 Ewell Place in Varsity Lakes. It was a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1-car home. Again, has been updated, ready to move into. And this one here in Varsity sold 1.1 million. Few more to get through. We're going to look at this one. We've got this in Burleigh Waters. This was at 29 Dabcheek Drive. This is in need of a reno. It was 4-bed, 2-bath, 3-car home. So original home. Again, you could renovate it or potentially could be moved into as it is and a renovation done at a later stage. This one here sold 1.45 million. We're going to go on to this one, and this was an interesting one. I'd like to show you this. This was at 6 Austin Avenue in Currumbin Waters. This was on a large block of land, 1,429 square meters. It was 4-bed, 3-bath with 2-car home. It was a lovely sort of treetop home, so very rainforesty feel. And this home here sold over the weekend for 1.2 million. But let's scroll down. So let's just scroll down and have a look at this. So property was sold October this year for 1.2 million. Property was sold October last year for 790,000. So again, in keeping with the big increase that's happening on the Gold Coast, this person here from the 800,000 purchase price got an extra 50% on their sale price 1 year later. The last few that we're going to look at are some blocks of units that have sold. So the first one we're going to look at, let's check it out, is this one here. This was at, where are we? Tullabudgera. This was in Palm Beach, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it was. This was at 24 Tullabudgera Drive, Palm Beach. This was 3 units on 622 square meters. It was in need of renovation, but as you can see, the proximity to the water is where it's at, and the land and location. So they're the 3 units. There was 1 3-bedder and 2 2-bedders. So great holding income for anyone. And this sold just under 2 million. So 1.98 million for those 3 units. Moving along, let's have a look where we are. We're going to go here. We're going to move into the next one. We've got another block of units. This was a large block of units in Mermaid Beach. This was at 72 Albatross Avenue. This was 8 units, 8 2-bedroom units on a large block of land. So again, development potential, and potentially this will be knocked down in the future to make way for a newer apartment style complex. And this one here for the 8 units sold for $6 million. So each 2-bedroom unit was 750,000. The last one that we're going to look at for today is this one here. This was at 20 Phillip Avenue in Broadbeach. This was 4 2-bedroom units on a standard size block of about 500 square meters. Broadbeach Central beach side of the highway is zoned high-rise land now. So again, this block would have been purchased potentially by a developer who's going to put levels right up on this. These 4 units sold 2.7 million. So again, if we're looking at 500 square meters, the block was sold at just over $5,000 a square meter. So they're the results for this week. I hope you've got some more information on the Gold Coast property market. If you need any assistance with your buying, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Until next week, good luck with your property hunting and take care.